Good morning, everybody. I'm Amy Parnell, and I am coming to you from Eastview Farm in southern Vermont. And it is a beautiful, sunshiny day outside. So hopefully, after we practice together, you can get out there and get some fresh air. So let's go to our mats and get started. So you can begin by coming into a comfortable seat. However that looks for you today, you might be sitting cross-legged, you might have your legs out straight. If you like to have no compression on the knees, that's a good choice. You might even be sitting in a chair and practicing in your chair today. Wherever you are starting, that's the right place to start. Start where you are. And knowing that this is your practice, I'm going to offer suggestions and guidance, but if what I'm offering doesn't suit your body or your mind right now, then just letting that go and doing something that does serve you in this moment. Just paying attention to what you need in this time where you're taking for self-care. So just beginning to tune into your breathing. Maybe allowing the eyes to close or the gaze to soften a few feet in front of you. And beginning by receiving and releasing a few deep breaths. Noticing where you are feeling these breaths. And what parts of your body come into your mind as you breathe. Maybe you're noticing the breath on the nostrils, that gentle touch of the air. Maybe you notice your shoulders releasing downward as you exhale. Maybe you notice your connection with the earth underneath your body as it settles into your practice space. And feeling the chest expanding and contracting. Breath soaking down into the belly space, softening. And letting your next breath in be extra deep and full. Let your exhale fall out your mouth. And with that exhale of release, noticing maybe the softness in the legs and the hips. Your next inhale can lift your heart up even higher, letting the shoulders set back, squeezing them together on the back of the body. And as you exhale, letting your chin move down towards your chest. It probably won't touch it, but just moving in that direction. Breathing gently into the back of the neck. And then just slowly exploring the feeling of movement. Beginning at the crown of the head and the ears. Feeling that change in orientation to the earth as it moves. Subtle change to your balance. Just gently rocking the head from side to side. Noticing the sound of the breath and how it changes as you move. And inviting that movement down further into the body, into the upper part of the spine, lifting the heart up as you move forward, rounding the spine as you move back. Letting your inhales be like filling up a balloon, lifting you up. Exhales, releasing you down a bit closer to the earth. Just moving slowly, noticing sensation in the body. And if you've been moving in one direction, letting that movement come into the other side of direction. Making beautiful spirals over the hips. Maybe that motion is going all the way down to the base of the spine now, letting your hips tilt as you lift and lower the heart, as you bob up and down with your breath. And then slowly making your way back to your center. Deep breath in once you're there, and letting exhale fall out the mouth again, softening the jaw. Okay. And feeling the warmth of the hands on the legs, lifting shoulders up, squeezing them back. Maybe uniting this with your breath as well, squeezing up as you breathe in, lowering down as you breathe out. And then just letting the whole body settle into stillness. Only thing moving is the breath. Letting your awareness follow the breath into the body. Following it up through nostrils, up to the space between the eyebrows, and down through the throat into the lungs. And then letting awareness spread out from there in all directions at once, moving down arms and legs, moving fingers and toes. In the back of the body, in the front of the body. Feeling the sides of the body expanding outward with the breath. And in this stillness, seeing if an intention for your practice or for your day comes into your mind. And if it doesn't, no big deal, just resting, no intention. And just flowing around the rocks like water. And then whichever intention or no intention has come, just dropping that like a seed or a pebble into the pool of your practice. Watching the ripples spread outward. And letting it go with gratitude. Letting the fingers begin to move. You feel their touch on your body. Letting hands float up, lifting up, bringing them over your head. And then interlacing the fingers. Let the palms turn upward, reaching up, stretching through wrists, Hands, arms, and shoulders. Let your shoulders move down away from your ears. And then bringing a little more weight into one side. Lean over to the opposite side. Breathing into the side ribs. Just gently, not full effort. And as you're breathing in, lifting back up to center. Change the interlace of your fingers, pressing back up to the sky, elbows reaching toward your head, shoulders reaching down toward the floor. Weight moving into the other side of your body as you lean over. Deep breath into the side ribs. Next inhale lifts you back up to center, and then bringing the arms behind the head. Let your head lean back into that support. Elbows can open as wide as you like. Deep breath, filling the lungs. And letting the elbows come together as you exhale, gently curving the top of the spine, maybe curving down a bit lower. Your inhale lifting you back up, opening the elbows out. And then releasing the hands slowly, let the wrists and the fingers make shapes as they float slowly down. Letting them make their way behind you, stretching the legs out, releasing fluids back down to the ends of the feet. Move your ankles, move your toes, move your knees. Lifting the heart upwards, squeezing the shoulders together behind the body, maybe opening your throat as well, or you can keep your chin tucked if that feels better. Now you can come back to your seat if you'd like, or another option is to move on to knees at this point. If you'd like to do that, it's really nice to have some extra padding underneath. And it can also be helpful to take a second blanket and place it between the heels and the bottom so that you can have a little extra space for the knees. Okay. So as you breathe in, lifting the arms up. And as you breathe out, coming down to a gentle twist to one side. One hand can find a knee, the other one might find a foot behind you. Inhale, lifting you up nice and tall. And your exhale might move the belly button a little bit over into your twist. As you breathe in this next time, floating the arms up. Exhale, coming down to the other side. One hand finding the leg or the knee, lifting up, other hand behind you. And breathing in, lifting the arms back up. As you exhale, reaching out, the fingers wide and awake. Bringing them slowly down, reaching out through the shoulders. Letting the fingertips come as close to the floor as they can, depending on how your arm to waist ratio is. And then keeping some extra weight in this side, tiptoeing the arm over. You might let the hand rest on the mat, or you could even, if you're really feeling ambitious today, bring the forearm down. Now let's start here. Bringing the top arm up into cactus. And then spinning just a little bit more, lifting the heart upward. Maybe your arm reaches out here. Good. Maybe you bring the arm back into cactus, getting a little more spin, just like that twist. And reaching out one more time, seeing if there is a possibility for a little more depth into this stretch on the second go round. Okay. We'll bring the arm down, walking our hands around the front, over to the other side, maybe bringing the palm of the hand down, maybe bringing the forearm down. Top arm coming in to cactus first. And then spinning up a little bit higher, reaching out, if that's okay for your shoulder. Breathing into the side ribs, deep, slow breath. Coming back into cactus on this next inhale. And then letting your exhale extend you maybe a tiny bit deeper here. And then lifting up with your inhale, reaching both arms up. And reaching them out again as you bring them down. Take a few shoulder rolls here, release any tension that might have built up in the shoulders. Give your arms a little shake. And so stretching out the backs of the legs, we'll tuck the toes under, lifting the hips up, walking the heels out. Giving the head a little shake. The knees can come back down onto your blanket or your mat, bringing the knees out as wide as the edges of your blanket, big toes coming together. You can walk the arms forward, your hips might stay lifted here, but they might come down to the heels, coming into your version of child's pose, reaching the arms out or maybe deepening into the shoulders by interlacing the hands and placing them behind the head. Notice that you're not going to be able to see me standing up, so I'm going to fix that. There we go. And so while you're down here in child's pose, you can take a few tension releasing lion's breaths. Lion's breath, as you breathe in, it goes in through your nose. And as you breathe out, you stick your tongue out, roll your eyes back, and let the breath escape with a soft roar. Let the tension attach itself to that sound, and as the sound fades away, let the tension fade away as well. So slowly with your inhale, you can round back up, two hands and knees, bringing the knees underneath the hips, letting the hands spread wide so that there's lots of space between the fingers. Your first finger pointing forward, helping you to turn your elbow creases toward the front of your mat. And then just bringing a little more warmth into the spine. Let your inhale lift and extend up through the heart and the crown of the head, and back through the tailbone. And then as you breathe out, rounding from the tailbone back up, belly button drawing in and up, head dropping down. And just lifting and extending with each inhale, moving at your own pace. Rounding, curving. As you exhale, letting your breath guide you in how quickly or how slowly you'd like to move. Noticing the feeling of your hands against the floor. Let your awareness be totally absorbed by what's going on right now. the sensations in your body. Just let thinking fall off to the side for a little while. And now coming back with your inhale to your neutral spine, bringing your awareness 100% into your right hand, feeling the palm of the right hand pressing against the ground, whatever texture's underneath. Letting your weight move into that hand. Once you feel your weight there, letting your inhale lift the left arm up alongside the ear. Reach out, keeping your face down toward the floor so your head is in line with the rest of your spine. And then maybe here, if you feel stable enough, you can lift the right leg, extending it back, pressing back through the heel. And then bring awareness back into the right hand, feeling the hand strong, supporting you against the floor, against gravity. Lifting up, let your awareness travel up the arm, feeling the right elbow, the right shoulder, right side of the body. And then as you're exhaling, bringing your elbow and your knee toward each other. Inhale, extending back out, pressing back through the heel, reaching out through the left fingers. Deep breath in here, attention back into your right hand, slowly lowering down. Knee and hand coming to the ground. Letting the weight transfer back so that it's balanced between left side and right side. And then just allowing whole body to move or rest. You could come into child's pose here. You could just take a break and sit down, let your arms move. Anything that feels good. While you're noticing these sensations in your body, paying particular attention to the right hand and the right arm. And coming back with your inhale to your neutral spine, hands and knees. Fingers spread wide. Now letting attention and awareness move into the left hand. Whole focus on the sensation of touch, the feeling, the texture underneath the left hand. Bringing your weight a little bit more into that left hand side. With your inhale, lifting the right arm up alongside the right ear. Good. Awareness still in the left hand, feeling its strength, the support underneath your body. If you feel stable enough, lifting the left leg, reaching back, pressing back through the heel, gaze is down at the ground, keeping the head in line with the spine. Pressing down into the left hand. Let awareness travel into the wrist, elbow, left shoulder, left side of the torso. Remembering to breathe. And then as you're exhaling this next time, bringing the elbow and the knee underneath the body. Inhale, reaching back out. And left hand feeling the ground as you slowly lower the right hand and the left knee back down. Taking one breath, one more, focusing entirely on the sensation in the left hand. Good. And then moving the body, anything that feels good. Or resting. Stillness is calling to you, just listening to what you need. As you move, sensing the changes in sensation in the left hand, and what they were just a few seconds earlier. And then letting your body slowly settle back into child's pose. The forehead can come down to rest on your mat. Maybe giving it a gentle rock, massaging the third eye center, letting your body know it's okay to rest. Good. When you're ready, you can slowly lift back up to hands and knees, and then bringing the knees together back into that kneeling seat. And just move the hands, move the arms, bring the hands together, interlace the fingers, do that funky wave thing to release the wrists. Maybe try the other way. It is more difficult one way than the other, you might find. Bringing the hands together, let each finger find its partner on the front, on the back, watching the hands as they move. Shake it out. Arms like a jellyfish. Now that the arms have had a little break, we can stretch out the backs of the legs, lifting up into downward facing dog. You can walk your body up to the front of the mat, slow motion, slow motion. When you get there, taking the feet out a little bit wider than hip distance. And letting your head hang heavy, arms heavy. It might feel nice here to bend the knees slightly and let your arms and torso sway side to side, feeling the textures underneath your fingers. Or maybe if you're up a bit higher, feeling the air moving between the fingers. If you'd like a little gentle traction on the spine, you can interlace the fingers and place them behind the head again. This helps pull the top half of the body down. Just making sure that knees are nice and soft. And let you continue to breathe slowly and smoothly in and out through your nose. Good. Letting the arms release down if they've been behind the neck. And as you inhale, slowly rounding up, feeling the spine straightening one vertebra at a time. Uh-oh, still can't see me. I should be shorter. Once you're up to standing, letting awareness move down to the feet. Just like we felt that connection through our hands, now we get to have that same or similar experience in our feet. Lifting and spreading your toes nice and wide. Lifting each heel back, making your feet as big and as connected as they can be to the ground. And maybe letting your eyes close here if your balance feels steady enough. Letting the knees stay soft so you don't get dizzy. And letting an exhale move the awareness down into the feet. Let it cascade down through your body from where it normally resides up here in the head. Let it fall down, dropping down through the body, down the legs, and landing in the feet. Feeling your connection with the earth underneath you. Solid rock holding you up at all times. Your Inhale can draw that strength up into the legs. Feel those strong muscles working as they hug the bones. And then there's two different, well, not really, there's a range of positions for your hips, but the two extremes are cheerleader and cowboy. You want to be somewhere in the middle. And just playing with the tilt of the hips to find that neutral position. Another inhale in, lifting your heart. Exhale, drawing the belly button in toward the spine, feeling the rib cage moving in. Another inhale, lifting the crown of the head up toward the sky. And your exhale, softening the shoulders down through the arms, into the fingers, everything in the arms nice and loose, even as the rest of your body is strong and stable. And then bringing all of your awareness into the right side foot. So feeling that connection, it helps. You can close your eyes, feeling the big toe, and second toe, third and fourth toe, pinky toe, all connecting with the ground. Feeling the arch of the foot reaching downward. The heel pressing into the ground. And then bringing hands onto your hips. Notice if that makes that connection even more pronounced. You can kickstand your other foot out. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe this is your tree pose today. That's fine. If you'd like to increase the challenge, you can bring the foot up onto the calf, or you can bring it up above the knee somewhere. Don't put it on your knee. That lateral pressure is not a good idea. If you're wearing slippery, slidey leggings, the lower option might be a good one, even if you're flexible. It's hard to keep it from sliding. Whatever choice you've made, know it's the right one for you. Awareness moving back down into that foot that's connected with the earth. Feeling where you sense that connection, which toes are touching the ground, how much pressure is in your heel. And then maybe you let your arms come into play here. Maybe your branches look like a saguaro today. Maybe you're looking like a pine tree or some other kind of tree. Maybe it's a breezy day and you let your body sway. Most important thing in balance poses is a sense of humor. If you fall down, just chuckle, get back up. Noticing the foot again, noticing the intensity of sensation in the standing leg. Deep breath into that sensation. And then when you're ready, you might already be ready, let your foot come gently down. Awareness in the right foot, feeling what you feel. And then let your body shake out like a jellyfish again. Shake it out, wiggle. Any movements that help release the tension from your muscles. When you're ready, coming back into your mountain pose, lifting the toes, feeling them touch the ground, lifting the heels, feeling them touch the ground. Deep breath, exhale, sending roots down. And breathing in that strength. Feeling your body strong and stable in mountain pose. Awareness and weight moving into the left side now. Feeling all 5 of the left foot toes, the arch and the heel. And bringing hands onto hips, noticing any deepening of that connection. Then you can kickstand the right foot out. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe there's a different variation on this side than the other. That's fine. We are not always symmetrical. Noticing how the weight has changed into different parts of the foot as you balance. Maybe the arms join in on this side. Maybe they're fine where they are. Just letting that choice happen in a natural way. Maybe letting the arms sway here. Letting the corners of the mouth curve upward toward the ears. Gently floating down. Noticing what you feel in the left side. How the bottom of the foot feels with less pressure on it. And shaking it up. Let's take our feet out wide now, bringing the toes slightly in and the heels slightly out. They're about one leg length apart. You can shift until you get that feeling of stability. Nice equilateral triangle shape. Hands come back to the hips, noticing the weight in both feet now. Let your inhale lift the heart up. And exhale, hinging forward, letting the arms float down to the ground. Maybe your fingers reach. Maybe you've got a stack of books somewhere. You can let that be your yoga block today. It's a good idea to keep your spine as straight as you can. So if you're having trouble reaching the floor and your spine is really rounding and getting something to help lift this, for example, my son really likes graham crackers, so they travel around. I got a box of graham crackers here. I'm going to use that as my yoga block today. And then you can place one hand onto that support or onto the ground, although I actually don't recommend these because they don't have much structural integrity. And letting your left hand come to the center, right hand can come to your hip, the sacrum, or reach up to the sky. Good deep breaths here. And exhale, bring the hand back down, noticing that moment when it lands. The energy that comes from pressing the fingertips into the ground. Let your next inhale bring the other hand up, either to the hip, sacrum, or the sky. And it's fine to have your gaze be down if that feels nice on your neck, or you can look up, you can look to the side. Exhale, coming down. Noticing that landing. Energy in the fingers. And next inhale reaches your heart forward through your arms toward me. Exhale, palms of the hands can come to connect with the ground, letting your head move down toward the ground. And then bringing the heels in rather than the toes, we'll let our hips move down into this kind of frog shape. Another one that I don't recommend graham crackers as support, but if you have books, those might work. You can put some books underneath your hips. Or if you have a yoga block, those work great. Good. You can keep the fingertips on the floor if that helps you with your balance, or you can bring the hands together in front of the body. So placing each finger mindfully against its partner. Pressing the hands together. as if all the air in between could be pressed right out. And then bringing the thumbs in toward the heart. Maybe they even touch the chest, and you can feel the heart beating into the thumbs. Maybe letting your eyes close here. And awareness can travel anywhere in your body that might need some extra tenderness. You can picture it as a soft glow, a little ball of light, any color that you like. And just let it move anywhere it needs to, just like how the Tin Man has his oil can. You can just go beep, 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 and let it go right wherever it needs to be. The hands can come back down to the ground. Maybe they come behind you as you sit down, bringing the soles of the feet together into butterfly. You can wrap the hands around the ankles, lifting the heart up. Let that help you feel that release of your shoulders. Length into the sides of the neck as the crown of the head reaches up with your inhale. The belly softens with your exhale. So from here you can let the feet slide out a little bit further. Hands can slide down around the toes. I like this cocoon feeling around my toes. You can wrap your hands around there. Feel that warmth. And then letting an exhale, curve the body again. Crown of the head moving down, maybe just in your mind, or maybe a little bit in reality, moving down towards your feet. Little seed shape. And as you're breathing in, slowly lifting up, the hands can slide up the legs to the knees, helping them to come together. And then your hands can bring the right knee in as the left foot extends, left leg long, reaching out. Lifting the heart up as you squeeze that knee in toward yourself. And then your choice here, you can either lift your left arm and do a closed twist by bringing the elbow to the outside of the knee, or you can lift your right arm, do open twist, bringing the elbow to the inside. If you are pregnant, this is a better choice because it leaves room for the baby. Otherwise, either one will do. Inhale, lifting up nice and tall in all twists. Your inhale lifts you, extends your spine. Exhale, deepen that twist. Maybe looking over your back shoulder. Inhale, bringing you back to center. Letting the hands slide down the legs, coming out toward the foot, but wherever your hands fall, that's the right spot. Keeping the spine nice and long. Reaching up, reaching out, as if your heart is moving out over your big toe. This right leg can come out to the side of it, making room for your torso. Maybe as you breathe, you're able to go a bit deeper. Sometimes movement in a pose is helpful. Good. Next, inhale, slides the hands up to the left knee, helping it to bend in. Right leg extending out. Right foot is flexed. The toes are moving toward you. And then interlacing the fingers in the opposite way around this knee, lifting up. Nice long spine. And then whichever way you didn't twist last time, taking your body into that shape, bringing the elbow to whichever side of the knee, It's your choice. Breathing in, lifting up high. Breathing out, maybe deepening your twist. Coming back to center with your exhale, sliding the hands down the leg toward the foot. Reaching the heart out and over the big toe. Nice long spine. Breathing into the back of the leg. Letting the hands slide back up to this knee. We'll take the legs out wide now. I forgot to say earlier, when you're doing seated poses, if you feel like you're struggling to keep your spine nice and straight, it can be really helpful to take a folded up blanket and just place it right behind your hips. This tips the pelvis forward, just supporting underneath the tailbone, not the whole bottom, just your tailbone. It makes it a lot easier to sit up straight. So bringing the legs out wide, feet are flexed, legs are strong. Fingertips can come to the outsides of the hips, helping you to sit up even taller. Deep breath in, soften the belly as you exhale. Next inhale, lifting the arms up, reaching up high. And then as you exhale, coming out over the right leg, one hand can maybe reach underneath the Achilles, other arm can come into cactus. Maybe stretch out overhead. Breathing into the side ribs. Noticing the parts of your body that are connected with the earth right now. And then inhale, floating you gently up, both arms reaching up, shoulders falling down, even as the fingers are reaching up toward the sky. Deep breath in, let it go. Another deep breath in. This next one, the exhale brings you over, maybe hooking the hand underneath the Achilles, top arm coming into cactus first, and then reaching out. Okay. Next breath in, floats you up, both arms reaching up, feeling your strength. And as you exhale, bringing that strength through your body, a wave of energy passing through your core as your hands move down. Hands can slide under the knees, helping them to bend. You can come down onto your back. Letting the arms hug the knees in. Maybe gently rocking side to side. You can let the hands slide to the feet for happy baby. Breathing down into the belly. Awareness traveling into the spine now, feeling its touch against the ground. And letting the knees bend again. Left hand coming to the right knee, helping it to move down into a gentle twist. One side. Your arms might come up into cactus here, or they might feel nice resting on your body. You can feel your breath moving you. Breathing in extra deep this time. As you exhale, letting it empty the breath completely. All the way empty. Letting your inhale lift the knees back to center. This time the right hand coming to the left knee, bringing the knees down to the other side. Maybe arms come into cactus for a heart opener. Maybe they rest on your body. Good. And from here, you can move your body into any shape that you find comfortable for relaxing. If you'd like to have a blanket or something else, put on a cozy layer. As your body is less active, the temperature drops. So just taking that into account and adding anything that might make you feel extra comfy and cozy here. Giving yourself time to settle in. Knowing that it's okay to move and shift as you make your body comfortable here. If you're lying in the more traditional Shavasana on your back, you might bring the tips of the toes together and then let the feet fall out to help relax the legs. Take a breath in. When you get to the top, all the way full, holding the breath just for a moment. And squeezing all the muscles. Let your hands squeeze, let the muscles in your face tighten up. Everything's strong, everything tense. And when you're ready to exhale, letting everything soften. And it might take more than one of these to get you feeling really relaxed, and that's fine. You need to do it 1 or 2 or 3 times. Breathing in, letting the body tense up at the top of the breath. And then letting your exhale soften you. Feeling the body in contact with the floor. Seeing the shape of the body on the floor. And feeling the textures against your skin. The touch of the ground. Smoothness and roughness. And coming back to an awareness of the breath. Breath moving in through the nostrils. And breath moving out. Arriving and departing just like the tide on the shore. And you're welcome to rest here as long as you like. When you do feel that you're ready to get up, do so in a gentle, gradual way. Let your body reawakens slowly. Knowing that if thoughts arrive, they will depart again, just like the breath arrives and departs. And receiving and releasing anything that comes with a grateful heart. May your restoration continue to deepen. I'm grateful for my practice with you today. Namaste.